Hi everyone, this is Bob with CellTechProductions.com with another Logic Pro 10 tutorial. This time we'll take a look at layering synths using a track stack. So let's get started. Now recently I had someone ask me about a tutorial I did on mix bus processing. And they wanted to know if I could use track stacks in Logic to create the same bus routing I was doing in that video. And the answer is absolutely yes. I just prefer to manually assign subbuses and label and organize along the way, especially with high track counts. One of the things that I've cautioned about in the past is how Logic does a lot of things for you automatically by adding buses, plugins, naming things for you, and before you know it, you have a big mess on your hands. Then you go back months later, and good luck figuring everything out. Now, one of the things that I used to do manually is layering synths to get a unique sound until I discovered track stacks. Let me show you what I have here. This is just a drum loop that I pulled in from Logic's Drummer. And then I added this bass part. This is just a 4-bar loop. And then here's my synth part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this airy synth lead and we're going to thicken it up a bit by adding layers to it. Now what I used to do is just take the track and copy it multiple times and then just add different instruments and layer it that way. Now the problem with this is that when you want to make changes, you have to deal with all of the layers. Track stacks is very flexible and works great for this. Let's just get started with thickening up this synth part and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let me just start by duplicating this a couple of times. So what I have here by duplicating this is just a couple extra instances of the Alchemy plugin. So I'm just going to change that. Let's go with this bell string pad. Now I'll close that one. And then this one here. Let's go with bottle bells. Now all I have to do is highlight, hold down the shift key, hold the first one and the last one, and it highlights all three of these tracks. Right click on any of them. And I'm going to create a track stack. I want a summing stack. And notice it created this track up here that says sum 1. Well, that is the sum of all three of these. So now I can just take this region and move it up here, and I'll rename this synth stack. Now if I just play this one, it's all three of these playing, so I'll need to mix this a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is just blend these three to taste. So let's just start with this one. Then I'll add this bell string. So once I mix these three, I can use this disclosure triangle just to close them all. And now this is the master for all three of those. And if I want to layer another sound in that same track stack, I'll just go down here and select this one and just hit duplicate. It added another instance here of Alchemy. Let me just try one more layer here, and I'm going to try an arpeggiator on this one. So let's see how that sounds. Let's try this patch right here. So what I want to do with this one is go up here to the MIDI effects, add the arpeggiator. I'm going to try 8 notes. I'll use the down, and how about 2 octaves? This is without it. Let's try up. Yeah, I like down. Now let's mix that in with the rest. And the beauty of this, now I can just take this if I want to. I can just copy it over here and it's still playing all 4 tracks down here. Now let's just listen. I'm going to take this and move this to the original track I started with, just this airy synth right here. And let's listen to the difference. Now I'll move it back up to the track stack and it's all 4 tracks. So one final thing about this, I have this great track stack now and I want to use it later. I'm never going to remember these 4 plugins that I used or the settings I used. So the great thing is you can just highlight this track stack here and you can go over here to the library and you can save that patch. Gives it the name that you named it. So this is my synth stack and I just hit save. I already saved it, so it's asking me to replace it. And you can see now it's under user patches and I can load it anytime I want in another composition. Maybe a great starting point for my next song. So there you go, guys, a creative way for you to create new sounds using track stacks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and hit that bell so you'll get notifications when I post my next video. Go to celltechproductions.com and sign up for the email list for more great content, and I'll see you next time.